Alright, this is Andrew Jolly with Jota Home Inspections. We're here today at 84 North 4th Street in Tooele doing a sewer scope. It's March 16th, 2020. We've got the camera pushed out to the city line. That's the larger line that you're seeing on the screen right now. We are going to record it and pull it back and see what we find. So this first connection point is called the nose on. This is where it goes from your lateral line into the city line. This one looks good. You're dropping into the line, you have a good connection. You're going in at the top, which is nice. A lot of times if they go in at the bottom, and you have an issue with the city line, it's more likely for it to back up into your line. So that's good. You can see some water running from a neighboring property right there. I think this is maybe clay. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see how it's kind of red. Another indication of clay is how often you'll have joints. So you're having joints every 2 or 3 feet, which is about what you'll have with clay. One issue with clay is that you have a lot of joints, and so it's easy for roots to come in around those joints. That's what you're seeing right there on the screen. When you have roots like that, that's something that can cause a backup, and so you want to have those cleaned out, especially something like that. And then it's going to be something that you need to maintain. So roots will come into the line, and then as you flush things down, they can get caught, solid can get caught, and then if it blocks it, it'll back up into your house. So that's something that you'll need to do every so often. Some houses are worse than others. Sometimes you have to get it done every 6 months. Other times you can go 2 or 3 years. This is cast iron, so it transitioned to cast iron line, which, if this is the original line, which it probably is, this is looking pretty good. One of the issues with cast iron is it'll rust and it'll flake, and when it flakes, it thins the line out, so there's no way for me to see, looking inside it, how thin it is. But when it thins out, it makes it so that it can collapse. It's easier to get cracks. It's honestly not a very good type of line to have because it'll eventually need to be replaced, and with this age of a house, that could be any time. But like I said, honestly, for the age, this is one of the better ones that I've seen. That's a wet wipe that we were seeing. You don't want to flush wet wipes down your line, especially with cast iron, or else they can get caught. That's a clean out right there, so probably somewhere in the yard you have an access point. You can see the pipe continuing on as opposed to just having a chunk missing, so I don't think that's a broken line. I think that's an access point, is what it looks like to me. One limitation we have today is that I wasn't able to run any water. They have the water off to the house. Even when you operate the valve in the basement, it's not doing anything, and so it's probably off at the curb, out at the meter. One of the most important parts that I look at is whether you have any standing water or whether the water is just sitting there in the line. So if you have a really bad belly or a flat spot, the water will stay there for a while, but I have no idea how long this water's been off, and so it's possible that it's been off long enough that that water's evaporated. If you had a belly, and the concern is that if it doesn't drain on its own, it's easier for it to back up because the solids need to build. The water needs to build up before it'll carry the solids out. And so it is a good indication that there wasn't water standing there in the line today. But again, if this house has been vacant for a while, there's no guarantee that there would actually be water sitting in it anyway, unless I ran it. So I'm going to end this recording now.